of Global Rights Foundation. We are based at Ulhasnagar block of Thane district. We not only work for transgender community but also we work for female sex workers and their child. We work for migrant workers, we work for people living with HIV, and we are based at Ulhasnagar block, and our work location is Ulhasnagar, Ambarnath, Badlapur, WLB, in different block of Thane district.
What is mental health for you?
Mental health is basically an emotion. A person in my community, when we talk about transgender community faces lot of mental health issues. So we have lot of challenges in terms of mental health within the community. There are community members who are kicked out of their family. There are community members who run away from their family just because of their gender identity. So the mental health challenges with the community is more.
So, have you ever felt judged by people in mental health community?
Yeah, there are many people, there are many challenges the community is facing. Stigma and discrimination is something which my community, not only my community, transgender community, but also people from people who are into sex work, people who are female sex workers, people who are HIV positive people, they all are facing challenges. They all are facing issues related to mental health. They all are facing problems in terms of stigma, discrimination from family, from relatives, from friends, in the workplace, in the colleges. So all this comes under the the emotions, the feelings, all this comes under mental health issues which the person faces.
So during COVID-19, the world lost jobs. How did that affect the trans community?
There was no Basti. Basti, Badai, Toli is something which is the basic occupation of transgenders. The basic occupations are like Basti, begging in the Basti, begging in train, begging in, going to functions like wedding function or any ceremony. Community go, they dance, and they give blessings, and they earn money. So during COVID, everything was stopped. There was no train, there was no shops open, there were no ceremonies, and transgender was like, the condition of the community was very bad. There was no income, there was no ration with them, there were no food support to them. So at that time, transgenders there are many community members in India who committed suicide also just because they were not having food to eat. So the mental health condition of the community was very bad, and it was a bad time for the community because there was no occupation, and the entire country was in problem. Everybody was stressed. There was no option in the community other than asking for support. So there are many people who came ahead and supported us by giving groceries, by giving clothes, or giving one-time meal. So COVID-19 was a very big challenge for the community.
So over the years, do you see any changes in how people treat you?
Yeah, I mean, like 2014, NALSA judgment was passed. 377 Act was removed from the section, and NALSA judgment was passed. People came to know about transgender. Transgender activists came out. They started, doing sensitivity and networking with the community. Visibilities came. We started getting visibility, and many people started accepting the community. Community started accepting themselves. So after NALSA judgment, there was a big change which happened. 2019 Transgender Protection Bill was passed, and after that, corporates started recruiting trans people, and trans people started getting visibility in the society. Big changes happened.
Okay. So when did you realize that you're a trans individual, and what was the realization like?
There was no realization. Like since childhood I was like this. So it's not me who realized I'm a trans person. It's the society who made me realize I'm a trans person. it's the society who made me realize that you are different. You are not like us. And I was like a normal child, like everyone. Just society who made me realize that I'm different.
So, what was the reaction of your family when you came out?
No reaction. They were happy. They were okay, you know. Somebody asked my father that, are you feeling bad that the child is a trans person? My father said no. किसी के घर में अगर हैंडीकैप बच्चा है तो उनको फेंक देंगे क्या? It's not like that. My parents like we are lucky that we have, you know, Ardhanari in our house. It's not.
So, what are the main stresses that you go through on a daily basis?
I never faced any stress for myself. I face stress for others. You know, my community. I get daily 5 or 6 cases I get in my organization. Transgender members, transgender community member are kicked out of their family just because she's a trans person, or some transgender run away from their house, and then they, you know, migrate from one place to another in search of job. Some, you know, there are many community members who are into sex work also. So the violence they face from the society, from the clients, that is one challenge. This is the stress.
So, which was the lowest moment in your life where some support would have helped you a lot?
Nothing such, but when I scored very good percentage in 10th standard, when I was taking admission in the college, there was a challenge, you know, in terms of the gender. At that time, there are many people, you know, I felt very low. I said, like, I've scored good marks like other kids, then why am I not getting admission? That time, there were like some very good well-wishers who came ahead, and, you know, they helped me to take admission in college.
Okay.
In front of them.
So, what are your hobbies?
I am a performing artist, so dancing is something which I like. But I enjoy music more than dance. You know, whenever I'm in stress, whenever I feel like, you know, I want to take break, then I go to my personal room. I play music very loudly. I, you know, listen to music. It's something which I like.
So, is there anything you would like to tell the world?
Yeah, if you want to if you want to know the community, you will have to accept the community. If you want to see heaven, you will have to die. That is my, you know, that's my tagline. If you want to see heaven, you will have to die. Same like, if you want to know the community, you will have to accept the community. Unless and until you accept the community, you will not come to know what community is like, what are our feelings, what emotions we have, and how good we are.